Like if I ever get back pain ever again in my entire life, I'm just like, easy. And that to me is the most beautiful gift. Let's look at a common example. Like a lot of people experience back pain. So I'll comment on that myself. I have experienced it. And, like, it's not like I'm not going to go through life expecting to never feel it again. But anytime I do, because I've now worked through that, there's certain awareness of my body around that specific scenario for my unique body. It doesn't faze me at all. I just work with it. Common thing, get back pain, people go, oh, you better rest. I'm like, no, don't rest. You like, do what you can do. Yeah, work with it. Sure, like, if you've just kind of like snapped something, it's different. But if you like strain a muscle and that sort of thing, like work with it. If we can like have these experiences and not go into panic, and it's just like, I've got tools. I can kind of remain centered in the experience. It's just priceless. And you continue to do that. You continue to map every part of your body. Oh, I've got stuff going on with my foot. Cool. I've worked with my foot. I've applied awareness to my feet. So it doesn't matter what it gives. I can work with it. I can kind of tinker and troubleshoot. Then it's not to say you're going to feel perfect or there's this blissful state to arrive at, but the level of empowerment in your experience from moment to moment, that's the stuff that's gold. Like the biggest thing when people come to me, at least, in our first interactions, our earlier interactions, is they're just shrouded by fear and doubt. Like what's going to happen if this and this sensation and that sensation, and when I get pain, I don't want to do anything, and all this sort of stuff. Like that's your initiation. Get familiar with it, fall in love with it, like work with it. You don't have to bang your head against a wall to get to know pain, And so we're kind of like overall, like as things come up, we're learning things about, well, where do I need to put my focus right now? It might be in the general area, it might be not in the general area. There's no hard and fast rule of what's right, but if you can kind of have some different tools, well, then you can test them out in different moments. If you're not fully attached to an outcome of what you should feel, then you've got space, and then you start to become open to what I feel, rather than trying to contrive an experience and control our experience all the time. We step into uncertainty, and then we step into just the natural cycle of life, which is change. I know it's such a cliche that change is the only certainty, but it's bloody true. Like things, we've never lived this moment before. We've never been here. Or here.
That's true.
Or here. It's just always changing. So the question is, though, are we changing with the natural process of change? Like I'm about to come up to my birthday soon. I'm a whole other year older. Whoa. I'm changing. I'm getting hairs in different places, and like I'm going to continue to change. My body's going to continue to feel different. Like I feel very fortunate that it continues to feel better, but maybe that's not always going to happen. When I'm 70, I don't imagine I'll feel the same way I feel today, but I do know that one thing, no matter what's happening, I'm going to find some fun in it. You know, I'm going to find some love in it, because you know what? I've been practicing for so many years before this. It's just going to keep getting better in my view, no matter what happens. It doesn't matter whether I'm confined to a wheelchair or whether I'm like doing the most athletic things that I've ever done. Like my relationship with my body, with the sensations of my body, that's the thing that I continue to take into every situation. It allows me to adapt. And all these wonderful phenomena that you guys have mentioned at different levels, like most people will never know what that is. And that's part of what I would like to continue to gently encourage, is that we're just all open to the experience of our bodies, open to the experience of life, and not affixed to things having to mean something all the time, and just step into that process of change. See what happens. Live. Fuck up. You know, stand back up, keep going until your last breath. And when that comes, you know, we can meet our maker or whatever happens. Just go, I lived. I had a body, got to know it. I lived.